I was an early supporter of President Obama when he first ran. And do you remember that conversation that would happen about, is he black enough?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And I was a surrogate, and so I remember doing a few interviews, and I would talk in response to that question about Howard University. And this is what I would say. One, when you ask that question, when one asks that question, are displaying your lack of exposure to who is a black person and what a black person can be and is. And so I would explain what it means to stand on the yard at Howard University. And I would say, now the yard is an area that is covered in grass in the middle of campus. And it's where we would go, at least when I was there, on Friday afternoons, everyone dressing their best. There was no such thing as dress down day, it was dress up day. and we would all promenade, and and people would display their feathers and peacock, But this is what I'd say. So if you stood on the yard, in any day of the week, journalist, whoever you may be who's asking this question, you could look over there and you would see young black students who are in the fine arts department, perhaps testing out their various dance moves or their musical instruments. You could look over there and you would see young African Americans in white coats, lab coats, coming from the School of Med or Pre-Med. You get my point. People walking around with briefcases from the School of Business. You would see that the football star was also on the debate team. You would see that the homecoming queen was also an extraordinary science student. You would see that there are no limitations and there are no choices in terms of false choices that one need make. And so you shouldn't be limited in your view and perspective of who is who and what is what. But when you have an experience of going to a school like Howard University, especially during those very formative years of 18 through 24, where we've left home and we're at that point of really figuring out our identity. Who are we going to be in the world? What can we be in the world? How will the world perceive us? The beauty of being at Howard, and I hope that everyone has an experience similar, is to learn and have it reinforced. You can be and do anything you want, and you do not need to conform to anyone's box about who you're supposed to be.